Okay, guys. So, recorded naman to. So, yung mga absent is isi-send ko na lang sa kanila yung link. Don't worry, after nila mapanood, i-delete ko naman. And naka-off camera naman kayo. Yan. So, this is our third week. Congratulations. Yung one-on-one nyo on the second week, gagawin ko by partners except for Mark. So, may schedule na kami ni Mark tomorrow. The rest, you have to message me dun sa, kunyari, 7 to 9 p.m., ganun. And then I will pick a time para mag-meet tayo for your one-on-one. Okay, let's pray. Father God, thank you for today. Please help us to listen and use this opportunity to glorify your name. May we be able to open our hearts and our mind. And also for me, please guide me that I will be able to help them and give me the right words to speak so that they will understand everything. In Jesus' name, amen.
Is that Jesus?
Opo,
Jesus.
you love Jesus. Opo. Okay, so review muna tayo, no? So sa second week, yung ginawa natin is your social media strategy, yung mga outlines and goals. So again, yung spreadsheet na yon, you don't need to share that to your client. You have to present it in a better, more professional way. Pero it's a way for you to have multiple clients na hindi ka malilito. So that system has worked for me. Yung mga unang days ko, iba-iba, parang minsan yung brand kit nila nandun sa isang brand kit form, tapos yung goals nasa iba na naman, tapos yung calendar nasa iba. So, in that way, kapag ginagawa nyo yung task nyo, mas effective kayo. Lalo na if you have 3 or more clients, mas effective yung spreadsheet. So again, you also need to plan, execute, and evaluate your strategy. So kasama dun yung audit. So makikita nyo kung startup ba siya. So ano ba yung goal nyo? Brand vision lang. To be more, to start having a community, or meron na siyang community, may mga nag-engage na, kailangan lang mag-increase ng sales. So depende yung sa strategy na kailangan nila. Most likely, hindi naman lahat yun manggagaling sa inyo since all of them are CEOs or entrepreneurs, may mga goals na rin sila. Yun lang kasi, you need to be the one to handle the social media kasi wala na silang time for that. Nakafocus na sila sa business nila. Okay, so short review again. Types of social media platforms, no? We have several, pero ito lang yung nilagay ko. So, Facebook pa rin yung number 1 natin because sobrang dami pa rin users. Instagram, more on a visual platform. Twitter, so short form siya, and yung mga nandyan usually mga coach or mga news anchors, and also customer service. So, magkakaiba, di ba? LinkedIn, of course, more professional. TikTok, syempre, as you know, it's a short form video. 1 billion users na rin. Ano pa ba, hindi ko nalagay dyan. YouTube, it's more of, the learning audience, yung mga how, ganon, or yung mga audience na sa sports, they want to follow somebody. Also, of course, yung mga influencers nasa YouTube talaga. So, before we go to that, mag-unmute lang muna. So, I have some questions. So, let's say that you have a client who is a beauty blogger. Ano yung ire-recommend nyo na platform?
Instagram po siguro o kaya YouTube po.
Yes, correct. Okay, what if naman yung client nyo is lola siya na mahilig mag-crafts, mga maggatsilyo, ganon, o kaya yung mga books. Ano yung ire-recommend nyo na platform?
Pinterest po, ma'am.
Pinterest, correct.
Pinterest po.
Oh, correct.
Facebook Reels po siguro, ma'am.
Pwede din. Pero more on Pinterest yung answer tapos sabayan mo ng Facebook kasi maraming older generation sa Facebook. Yung company na hawak mo is human resources or they are a marketing company?
LinkedIn po.
LinkedIn, correct. Kasi nandyan yung mga CEOs, tapos doon ka pwedeng makahanap ng mga person for the job.
Mama,
Mga influencers, which one will you recommend?
YouTube po.
YouTube po.
YouTube, correct. And sabayan nyo ng Instagram. So let's say yung nakuha nyong client, gusto niya is Facebook lang, you can recommend another platform for them. Kunyari, they are a journalist, no? They have a magazine, tapos walang Twitter. You can talk to them about that na nandito yung target audience nila. So again, with your spreadsheet, pwede nyo yung iset. So, bago nyo kayo mag-start ng work nyo with the client, you should have a discovery call na i-identify nyo lahat ng goals nila and you can recommend. So, hindi, again, yung mindsetting natin before, hindi kayo empleyado. You are a business owner of your social media service. So, with that, kailangan, hindi lang kayo yes ng yes, pero kailangan nyo rin mag-explain dun sa client. Lalo na, no, patapos na tayo. When your client, lalo na sa Instagram, minsan ang laki ng demand nila. Gusto nilang magkaroon ng followers 1,000 in a month. So you have to explain na hindi yon possible because ang mas focus natin is creating a community. So they can either have 10 followers na magko-comment or bibili ng bahay, kunyari kung real estate, rather than having 1,000 tas puro fake naman yun. And usually, pag nagkaroon kayo ng fake, alisin nyo na lang kasi it doesn't really count. Masisira lang din yung numbers nyo. Okay, so yan yung sa developing your social media strategy. Nandyan lahat yan sa spreadsheet nyo. Your target audience, yung evaluate everything. So kaya ko pinagawa yun, including the hashtag research. Kasi mamaya gumagamit kayo ng hashtag na nagko-call ng fake followers or hashtag na hindi naman makakatulong. At the same time, connected din yun sa SEO research. So kung meron kayong mga big companies na makukuha, nagre-request na sila ng ganon. So similar lang yun and you just have to research it para magawa. Maraming free trainings pa din. Yan, creating engaging content. Again, hindi lang kailangan maganda yung graphics, pero yung mapapaisip sila. You have to know them, it should be eye-catching, and makikita nyo na kung yung particular na yun, kunyari, ako yung isang client ko, last week, nag-post ako ng question, hindi nag-work, walang nag-comment, so hindi ko na uulitin yun. Pero trinay ko siyang i-post din sa stories, doon maraming nag-comment. So, sa susunod, doon na ulit nyo gagawin. So, you don't need to, wala talagang perfect na formula. As long as you just try and be consistent. Pero syempre, bago kayo mag-post, lalo na sa Instagram, bawal mag-delete. Kasi pag na-delete nyo yan, masisira yung algorithm, masisira din yung numbers. So, before you post, i-check nyo lahat. And after that, syempre, you have to track your engagement. So, usually, ginagawa ko, either monthly, review or bi-monthly review. So, very simple lang yon. Sa Canva, marami rin kayong masasearch na sample social media report. So, that was just a short review. Now, we're gonna go to cases and questions for your third week. Okay, so, hopefully tomorrow matapos ko kayo lahat na i-one-on-one. Okay, what should I do as a social media manager? Ayan. Other than everything that we've talked about, yung social media manager, mina-manage nyo lang. Paano yung may marketing? meron na yung included na mga ads and all of that. But we are starting as a social media manager. Kaya huwag kayong mag-aalala na hala, hindi ko pa naman alam lahat. Tapos pinag-a-apply na ako ni Miss Debbie. Still, it's okay kasi you will just manage it. So, yung ginawa natin last week, yun yung una yung gawin and then start creating posts for them based on your content calendar. Dahan-dahanin nyo lang, be kind to yourself. Hindi yung parang, hala, hindi ko naman alam to. And then start with your engagement. So, dahan-dahan lang. Okay, should I learn everything? What's your answer to this, Joanna? Should you learn everything ng platform?
Yes po.
Mhm. Why? Why do you say that?
Kasi parang connect po sila lahat.
Mm.
Kapag isa po sa kanila hindi mo alam, parang babagal po yung yung process mo eh.
Okay,
Yun
yes,
lang po.
correct. So you should learn everything, pero kung aaralin mo lahat 'yan, 'di ba sobrang dami. So what I recommend is parang yung ginagawa ko, I specialize with Instagram. And then what I offer them is yun nga parang yung kaninang sinabi ko, we can start with Instagram and Facebook, yung talagang na master nyo na. Tapos kung habang ginagawa nyo yun, inaaral nyo yung iba dahan-dahan. So, nag-i-increase yung ino-offer nyo. So, as you can notice, pag nag-research kayo, merong mga iba na TikTok specialist o TikTok master, mga ganon. So, kung ano yung ginagamit nyo personally, yun muna yung mas i-include nyo. So, kung hindi nyo ginagamit yung Pinterest, huwag nyo ilagay dun sa profile nyo. Kasi mamaya, kaya naman pala niya ng Pinterest. So, binigay na nila yung Pinterest sa'yo and hindi mo siya alam, pangit yung magiging feedback. Baka mawala pa yung client sa'yo. So, what you do is, you choose your words nicely. So, you can say that, I specialize in Instagram and the time or the management of this really requires my focus, mga ganun na kemelut, mga lang kayo, hindi naman sa palusot, but you will explain. So, I believe you should get a Pinterest specialist for this. O kaya naman, minsan, nung nag-start ako, I always say to them, pag nagpapa-ads na sila, I say na we should get an ads specialist. So, I will be your social media manager and she will just focus on your ads. So, pwedeng ganon. Okay, next. How much should I charge? So, how much should you charge, Mark?
Depende po sa magiging contract po, ma'am. Pero dapat alam din po natin yung worth natin.
Correct. That's right. So, kahit na gusto nating mag 6 digit, hindi muna tayo makapag-charge ng ganon because hahanapin din nila yung result. So, pero hindi rin tayo pwedeng mag-lowball. Huwag kayo mag-charge ng $3. So, if you start at 5, know your value. After that, mag-increase na kayo $6, $7, hanggang dumadami yung experience nyo. Though some coaches say na mag-charge kayo agad ng malaki, tapos tutukan nyo na lang. Pero for me, I don't really agree kasi parang pumapangit yung tingin nila sa Filipino social media freelancers kapag ganon. So, it's better na mag-charge right kayo and give as much value. Tapos after nun, slowly mag-increase kayo ng charge. Also, yung charge nyo, hindi pwedeng, porket sinabi kong $5, ang dami palang gusto ni client, oo ka kaagad. So you can give like packages also or limit and boundaries dun sa contract nyo. Tama yung sinabi mo, Mark. Depende sa contract. So kung wala yun sa contract nyo, you can nicely say na this is beyond my specialties. So nagkaroon din ako ng ganong client, pinapagawa niya na sa akin yung website. And kailangan mo talagang sabihin na this is not my specialties kasi naman sabihin ko na you did not hire me for this. Ganun. Okay, next. What niche should I choose? Okay. What niche should I choose? Joanna.
No, I thought we were
Depende po, ma'am, sa babagay sa'yo. Kaya dapat po talaga i-explore mo lahat eh.
Yan, correct. Ako din, what I recommend is that you explore. Kasi yung ibang mga coach, they say na you choose your niche, which is also good kung yun yung personality nyo. But for me, yung sa personality ko kasi, I chose to explore. Trinay ko muna lahat. So, may fashion ako na naging client. She was selling bags and jewelries. Meron din akong real estate. Meron akong magazine. So, meron ding coaching, nagkaroon din ako ng MLM na mga mothers. And then after that, nakita ko talaga kung saan yung mas gusto ko. So doon na ako nag-specialize. And when you specialize, you can start increasing your rates. Ayan. Where do you find clients, Aya?
Sa Fiverr, sa LinkedIn, sa OLJ, sa Facebook po.
Ayan, so correct. Yung sa mga coaches nyo naman, they have given you list. So you can try all of them. Ang ano lang is, how will you know if it's a scammer? So, one of the things is kung it's too good to be true. Masyadong mataas yung offer sa'yo. Tapos, yun, possible yun na scammer. So, mag-ingat. It's very nice na parang, sige, kunin ko na agad. Pero, think twice. Okay, second is, kung may offer ka na kagad, tapos hindi naman kayo nag-usap. So, depende din. So, actually, marami akong nakukuhang ganun sa Upwork kasi ngayon nag-start yung mga scam na ganun. And I've been with Upwork for a long time because dun yung walang scam. Pero ngayon, may conversation sa mga freelancer groups na yung mga ganon, be careful. Kasi ang ginagawa nila pala sa Upwork, kasi na-charge na sila, ang ginagawa pala nila is mag-a-ask sila ng refund, tapos mahirap mo nang i-contest. Kapag sa OLJ, marami ring scammers doon. So you really have to read. Pag sa OLJ naman, one of the things you can check is kung may website sila. Kasi kung wala silang website, possible na yun. Yung iba naman may website pero parang makikita mo hindi masyadong maganda. So you can also rethink kung scammer yun. Meron ba dito gusto mag-share kung meron pa kayong ibang tips on how to see kung scammer yung client?
Ma'am, how about po pala dun sa Telegram?
Oo, sobrang daming scammer sa Telegram, no? So, hindi talaga namin siya nire-recommend. Pwede ka lang mag-ganon kung kunyari yung mga clients kasi they usually want to talk rin sa phone. So, minsan WhatsApp yung mas prefer nila or Messenger, depende sa kanila, or Telegram. So, kung nakuha nyo na sila sa ibang platform, tapos sabi sila na doon na lang kayo mag-usap, that's okay. So, yung iba namang nabasa kong tips dyan is you can try it out for a few days. Basta wag kayong papayag na bayaran kayo ng 2 weeks or more. 1 week lang if you can afford that. Kasi ako, I cannot afford na ma-scam. So, hindi talaga ako nag-a-accept ng ganon. So usually they say na 1 week and then if they pay after a week, then that's good. It means hindi sila scam. Ngayon kung hindi sila nag-pay ng 1 week, at least 1 week lang daw yung na-scam sa inyo. So yun yung limit natin. Though ako, mas prefer ko talaga yung ngayon kasi ang good news sa Upwork, nag 10% na lang yung charge. Before kasi 25%. So, I think yung 10% is reasonable enough since you have an assurance na you will get paid. Also, sa LinkedIn din, medyo mas, kasi iniingatan nila yung profile nila. Because you can only create one. And, iingatan talaga nila yun that you will be paid. But again, you have to make sure na wala kayong away ng client and you have to know how to exit kung may attitude sila. So, i-share ko yung isang story that I had a client na she's a bus driver in US. So, she wanted to become an entrepreneur. So, ako naman, I really wanted to help her get that goal. Ang ganda kasi. But after 2 weeks that she was paying, sabi niya, wala pang 1,000 agad. So, her expectations was really high. So, kailangan alam mo ring i-reason out na and i-explain na from the time that we talk, ito na yung goal natin. That's why it's very important to set that sa start pa lang. This was the realistic goal. Wala tayong pinag-usapan or I did not give a promise na 1,000 plus. So at the end of the day, she was still able to give me a perfect score sa feedback. So that's why you have to protect also your, kasi mamaya pag nag 1 star siya, ma-affect na yung iba. Also sa Facebook groups, madami ring ways na makakuha kayo ng clients doon. And most of my friends, yung mga premium clients nila, sa Facebook nila nakukuha. So, minsan daw, sa mga questions, they just reply. Tapos, dun na yung client mag-feedback. Sa Instagram naman, what you do, kung may niche na kayo, kunyari, beauty salons yung niche nyo. Kunyari, beauty niche yung naging focus nyo. You can engage with these kinds of accounts. So, mag-comment ka muna. Huwag ka agad magsisend ng email na, "Hi, I am Debbie and I'd like to offer you my social media services." Kasi parang off yun. Kahit na online tayo, you make them feel your human connection. So, mag-comment-comment ka muna every now and then, magla-like ka muna. And then after a while, kung nag-engage na rin siya sa inyo, doon kayo mag-offer ng service. And that works really well pag may specialization na kayo. Okay. Do I need contracts and NDAs? Okay. Can you answer this, Mark?
Yes po. Para sa akin is para maging valid yung pag-work mo, kailangan mo ng contract. Kung sa sariling perspective po, di po ako papayag ng mag-work ng walang contract kasi kapag in-scam or naatakbuhan, walang bawi. Hindi mo siya pwedeng kasi wala kayong kontrata.
Correct. So, mas okay talaga na may contract. So, yun din yung advantage ng Upwork kasi may contract ka agad inside the community. Now, kung sa OLJ nyo siya nakuha or sa ibang platforms, make sure that you have a contract para clear lahat. Parang yung sinabi ko kanina, may babalikan pag nag-away kayo or something. Of course, you do your best na hindi kayo mag-away, but it does happen, so kailangan. So, yung NDA naman, non-disclosure, no? So, hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin na kayo yung gumagawa. And minsan, may mga agencies sa abroad na kumukuha sila ng Filipinos for the job. So, malaki minsan yung nakukuha nila dyan. And then, you have an NDA. But you have to always make sure na i-follow nyo yung NDA kasi otherwise, baka habulin din kayo. And then, of course, mag-ripple effect na rin siya. Ang hirap pag nasira na yung name nyo. Okay. Ayan. Do you have other questions? Again, yung sa mag one-on-one pa rin tayo by pairs. And then yung questions na to more on for week 3. Week 3 or yung lahat na napag-usapan natin. Kung meron akong hindi na-tackle doon that you want to know, you can ask that. Also, after this, I'll explain your homework. We have 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Ma'am, in terms po ng contract, sino po yung naggagawa nun? Tayo po ba or yung bibigyan tayo ng contract?
Mostly sila yung gumagawa ng contract kasi meron silang mga request. Tapos online naman yun, madali mo lang siyang pipirmahan. But there are clients na startups, hindi nila alam yun. So, ikaw na lang yung gagawa. So, maraming free sample contracts and then i-edit nyo na lang siya online. Usually, and then I just change it to PDF. Tapos maraming websites na free signature parang you can have it three in a month. Kapag may nakita kayo na may bayad, hanap pa kayo ulit ng free para kasi minsan mahal siya parang $20 ganon. Pero yung mga free na signature usually you can use it 3 times na libre.
Ma'am, ano po yung mare-recommend yung tips kapag sobrang competitive po ng market ng social media?
Actually, yun nga, hindi talaga siya ganun yun nga yung sinasabi nila parang mauubusan ka pero hindi talaga. Sobrang daming nag-online ngayon and they will always need social media managers kasi wala na silang oras dyan. And ang dami ring nagiging entrepreneur ngayon, ang dami nagpupunta ng crypto, nagsisell sa Etsy, nag-e-commerce, dropshipping. And then, ayun nga, kung if they are a business na walang social media, parang wala silang business, parang ganun, di ba? Kasi before parang signage, pero ngayon social media talaga. So, hindi kayo mauubusan. It's not true. There are a lot of clients out there. So, kailangan mo yun alisin sa mind mo. Again, yung sa first week natin, yung changing your mindset, dapat yun talaga.
Ma'am, nag-VA ka po muna ba bago ka maging social media manager?
Oh, I started as a VA kasi nung nag-start ako, wala naman akong, to be honest, wala akong extra money to avail of the 10,000 or something. Or, well, I can afford, pero parang magsa-start ako tapos gagastos na ako agad. So, hindi ko nakita yung connection doon. So, sabi ko, since I was an online seller then, and prior to that, I was an HR specialist in my previous job. So, I did virtual assistance and social media management. And also, kasi commerce graduate ako, pero iba pala siya. So, parang lahat ng natutunan mo is also different except for marketing. You really have to learn everything. So, pantay-pantay lang. And then, I've been with teams na ang kapartner ko, college student or undergrad. And wala talaga yung sa pinag-aralan mo. So, nag-start ako as a VA, but then lahat ng humahanap ng virtual assistant, gusto nila na knowledgeable ka sa social media. So, that's when I started. And then, naging advantage lang na I really love Instagram. I don't really do Facebook. So, naging advantage lang yung nagamit ko siya. But if you will start as a social media manager, okay lang yun. Kasi yung virtual assistant medyo mas challenging siya. Yung sa social media kasi alam mo na magpo-post ka lang, may schedule. Yung virtual assistant minsan may times na pag maraming trabaho, babagsak siya talaga sa'yo. Unlike social media, hindi siya ganun ka-stressful because you can plan in advance. At saka kung as long as consistent ka, meron talagang result na mapapakita sa client. Ayan, no more questions. Ayan, importante lang rin kasi is you also have a partner. So, yun din yung wala ako before. But now, meron na ako thanks to this one, our group, no, nagkaroon ako ng partner because she wanted to be a trainee pero she was earning almost same as me. So, nagkaroon ng partner. Kasi yung partner na yan, you can always talk anytime. You can set once a week meeting para kung nasan ka na. You have an accountability partner to encourage you and also to challenge you. Ayan, so for this week 3, we will create your portfolio. So, you can also ask me some other additional tasks if hindi pa kayo ganun confident. Otherwise, you just focus on your portfolio and then build one social media platform. Bakit one? Kasi lahat ng trainings ko, sinasabi nila mag-create ka sa lahat, no? YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, lahat-lahat. But I realize hindi mo talaga siya mamamanage ng sobrang dami. So, isa lang muna yung pagandahin natin. And pag nag-work na yun, you can just create another one. So you can choose kung gusto mo ng Facebook page, gusto mo ng YouTube, gusto mo ng TikTok. So just one. And then next week, we will have interview mock-ups. As I've mentioned kanina, I was a human resource before. So yung interviewing is also one of my specialties. So I can also help you with that. We will have mock-up calls, pero group siya. So that you can hear. So dapat huwag tayong mahiya. Just answer. And wala namang right or wrong answer doon. Pero I will just give you the tricks. Like for example, when they ask you, tell me what you do, tell me something about yourself. I don't say to them na I have 3 kids, I'm a mom. I really focus on telling them what I can do for them, your value. So yung mga ganon na ways of answering a question. The best way to answer, what's your weakness, yung mga ganon. So you can say something positive like, I'm a perfectionist. I work hard for the results of what I do, yung mga ganon. So it's a weakness, but then it's still a positive for them kasi you will give value to them. Ayan, if you have no clients on week 4, again, you can offer your services to me and we'll see what we can do. Ayan, so if wala na, you can just message me the time and I'll just meet with you guys tomorrow or anytime this week. Ayan, wala namang question. So you can just message me, guys. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Good evening po. Thank you.